Coach Melissa Smith gave you a double-double last night, 10 points, 10 boards. Where has her fit been best or been growing the best for you?
Right there doing what she's doing. She just needs to be herself. Um, you know, we knew she was a great rebounder bringing her in. That was, one of the needs that we wanted to uh to fill. And she's a legitimate threat on that low block and out to 15, 17 feet. And so just does a lot of little things, screenings, gets people open, hits the glass. She's starting to pick up our defensive concepts, becoming more disciplined defensively. Um, so she's picking up everything really, really well. She's fit in very seamlessly. Believe it or not, she's had one practice. I mean, it's just been game after game.
Coach, last time you guys battled Minnesota, you were without Asia Wilson. As you're preparing for this game, obviously coming down the second night of a back-to-back, does that kind of change everything that you're doing or how you approach this game? Or is that game just kind of so far back that it doesn't really impact?
No, I mean, you can always learn uh, from previous games. However, we did some things that I thought, cost us the game. The 21 turnovers. Um, you know, I think Elena Smith had maybe 5 or 7 offensive rebounds. So those are things that those are within our control, things that we can do better. Just taking care of the ball. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well. But I was fairly pleased with the defense. And so we always have to start on that end of the floor. Minnesota, though, they're the most unselfish team in the league. They really play for each other. They play the right way. And, we are looking at them, I think, and wanting to reach that level.
I'm sure this is a situation where, if you had an answer, you would change things and things would be different. But some of the road struggles that the team has had, I know obviously being on a back-to-back or both on the road is not, super beneficial, but there's some ways you're trying to kind of break out of that funk they've seen.
You go back to the beginning, Asia gets hurt in New York. We have the lead at 5 minutes. She gets hurt in the second quarter, but 5 minutes left in the game, we have that lead. DC, we come down, probably could have got that one. So kind of some unfortunate events that happened that I think maybe would have turned out differently had she played. But that's the way it goes. I mean, every team in the league deals with these little bumps and bruises. Their players missing games here and there. We still have to find ways to win. Yesterday, a third quarter meltdown cost us the game. And so we're trying to shore up those things. Trying to be more consistent for a full 40 minutes and not having those lapses. The thing that's maddening for a coach is there things that I feel are within our control.
What have you found to be your team's biggest adversity you faced this season, and what have you done to try to counter that?
Ourselves. I think we've proven we can beat anybody and we can lose to anybody. And finding that consistency, that identity, that pull through factor. I feel like we've come a long ways. But we've had some bumps and bruises, some injuries. Our July schedule is pretty brutal. 2 home games in the whole month. So there's typical adversity, things falling apart in game, not being able to stop the bleeding. Just little things that I'm sure every basketball team in America deals with.
Do you think playing last night, hopping on a plane late, getting settled in late here in Minnesota poses some kind of possible disadvantage coming into a well-rested Lynx team who hasn't played since Tuesday?
Well, sure, since you put it that way. Yeah, I mean, back-to-backs are tough, but everybody has them. It's part of the league. It's part of the process. So I really wish this game was not at 6:30. I mean, we don't get even 24 hours to recoup. I don't know who made that decision, but that's not very bright. But it is what it is. I mean, we're gonna come out here and obviously just substitution wise and try not to overrun people and overplay people yesterday. I don't think anybody played more than 30, which is good. So hopefully we have a little bit of legs. We'll see.
No one else in the room. We've got Callie, go ahead first, and then Nikias.
Coach, you mentioned the third quarter meltdown yesterday, but something that stood out also were, I guess, the struggles from the 3-point line, 2 of 15. I think that tied for a season low 3-point attempts. I'm just curious how you kind of address that and maybe what's behind the shooting issues this season.
Well, make some and you miss some. The shoot, I mean, nobody's out there trying to miss shots. What I'm concerned with is the quality of shots. And I don't think we did a great job creating quality looks from the 3-point line yesterday. How do you get those? You get those by creating advantages, getting in the paint, getting downhill, sprinting out in transition, kicking the ball ahead, getting ball movement. But you don't get ball movement without player movement. And I thought we were very stationary in that second half, standing around a lot, not creating those advantages for ourselves. So, comes out in different ways. But I have to have them keep shooting them. We've missed some, and we've missed some wide open ones. And I always tell them, like, you never get pulled for shooting open threes. You just never will. You're never gonna be on the film edit. You're not, like, more catch and shoot threes. It's the kind of threes that we want to take though too.
Nikias, go ahead.
Got you. Well, I was going to ask about the 3-point shooting, but I'll move on that front. Just for clarity's sake, because you mentioned some potential rotation tweaks, is everyone available tonight on the second night of back-to-back?
Yep.
Got you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.